By the hood, huh? We're gonna occupy Bed-Stuy next?
Huh?
We're gonna occupy Bed-Stuy?
Oh, it's Bed-Stuy, Brownsville, Queens, Rochdale, Fort Rock, Columbia.
Did you make this? Did you make that sign?
No, I didn't make this sign, but
Sorry.
I made this sign.
Oh, I like that sign. What's your #1 issue? If we could all speak with one voice here, what would you say to the American public?
I'm tired of the police occupying our neighborhoods. That's why they're making us feel like we're not citizens in this country. And they occupy our neighborhoods and they treat us any way they want.
What neighborhood are you from?
I'm from South Jamaica, Queens.
South Jamaica, Queens.
That's right.
You see police violence?
Absolutely. You heard of Sean Bell?
Yeah.
All right then.
Tell people that don't know.
You know Sean Bell. The cops shot him while he was in his car. They shot him, and they say he was trying to. Night before his wedding, and they murdered him in cold blood.
That's right. You think anything's going to happen to those cops?
Nothing happened to them. They got off.
They still working? They get a vacation?
I don't know what they doing. They probably fishing. I don't know what they doing.
Right
but
on.
they got off. They didn't serve any time.
So what do you think? Do you think that there's any way we can vote our way out of this problem? Is there a political solution?
No. The only solution we have is an economic revolution. Anything other than that is not going to work. You got to hit them in the pockets. You got to stop buying their stuff. All right? You got to stop giving these people money. If you keep feeding the dog, he's going to keep coming back. You got to hit them in their pockets. Stop buying this stuff. Stop buying the things they tell you you need. You don't need none of that.
So you want to boycott? What do you want to boycott? You want to boycott iPod? What do you want? What do you want to? Boycott ignorance? Hell yeah.
There you go. Boycott ignorance.
I like that.
There you go. Boycott ignorance.
Like
but
that.
you know what we talking about. You know what we talking about. You know we talking about the corporations that run the government. Okay. And you know, I'll give you one example right now how we can hurt them right now. Let's take all our money out the bank since they continue to try to use us and they want to charge us fees for having a debit card and then they want to charge us the fee for using the debit card. Then they want to charge us unfair interest on the money that we give to them.
That's right.
It's usury to the utmost degree.
It is usury. You know, right now the Bank of America has SWAT team standing in front of different banks of America in different cities trying to keep people from running on the bank right now.
Right, well, you know what? We ain't got to run on the bank. Just cut your card. Cut your card, take your money out the bank and cut your card.
That's right.
And then they're going to want to listen to you. Because let me tell you something, the banks do not have your money in their bank. So if everybody start going out there asking for their money, they in a lot of trouble because they don't have your money there.
That's right.
And they're going to have to listen to you.
That sounds
you know
good.
what I'm saying? And that's what you have to do. That's the only way. Other than that, you know what they're going to do? I'm going to tell you what they're going to do.
Let's hear it.
Anything other than that, they're going to stand in their penthouse, right? On the roof of their penthouse, drinking a champagne in one hand, and they're going to be pissing on your head with the other. While we out here preaching and shouting and got our fist up. They laughing at us.
They all laughing.
You got to hit them in the pockets.
That's true.
You got to hit them in their pockets.
And what's your name? You want to say your name?
Preach.
Right on, Preach. Cool.
All
Thanks
right.
a lot, man.
Where's this going?
I have a blog, but this is just for the future.
All right.
This is for everybody.
You recorded history.
That's right.
All right.
What do you got to say to people in Wisconsin or wherever? They can't be here right now. What do you want to say to them?
Start it where you at. Start it where you at. As you understand, you know what's going on with the economic system affects all of us. Affects everybody. Start it where you at. Make some noise. But listen, I'm into solutions.
Yeah.
Right? But we could talk about the problems all day. But the solutions is localized banks, localized resources.
There's an interview inside the park where people can walk across the sidewalk.
We can back up a little bit, maybe.
The police again. All right, look. Here's a solution. Localized banks, localized resources. We can start there. If we start localizing the banks, where the banks cannot invest in any industry that doesn't benefit the community that put their money in the banks.
Yeah.
Because right now we have these big corporations and they can do whatever. These big banks, they can do whatever with the money that you put in the bank. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. We should only support banks that invest in the communities that we live in, and the community itself has to decide whether they want the banks to make those investments. That's number one. Number two, we have to localize resources. There's no reason for us to farm goods and products overseas if we can produce them here. That's something that we need to do. And from anything to energy and food, we can localize those. We can localize and produce those ourselves. Number three, we need to start making these people pay if they want to do business in America. All right? We shouldn't support foreign companies unless they invest in America.
Okay.
You know, we should support American companies that hire American workers that pay us American wages. And what I mean by American wages, I mean wages where we can support ourselves and our families. Fair wages. We gotta look. And another thing, this might be controversial. We gotta close the borders. It's about that time. We have to clean up our homes.
You want to protect our own, right?
We have to take care. We got to clean up our mess, or else we're never going to be doing it. But you see, the one thing about America, and the funny thing, the reason why this will be difficult to do, is because capitalism, as we know it today in America, is built off of migrant workers. I mean, it's built off the back. The economy was built off the back of migrant workers, all the way from the African slave to the Chinese indentures, built the railroads and the miners to the Mexicans that they're using now. You know, every pretty much immigrant that ever stepped foot in America was a migrant worker, and they was paid no wages, and and America profited off of that. As a result, for every generation I went up, it went from the poorer class, and some people may slip through and get to the wealthy class. But it's built on migrant workers. It's built on the backs of immigrant workers, where they can give them unfair wages. And it's the foundation of the capitalism in America. The foundation is white supremacy. I know you're not, but it's a foundation of white supremacy. So we have to just get rid of it. If we want to feel like we're a part of this country, if we want to feel like we're citizens of this country and we're not homegrown terrorists, the way that they treat us, you know, we have to dismantle the system. This is why I say anything short of revolution is bullshit.
So you think it's an economic revolution? Or you
Absolutely. We have to. It has to be. Well, nobody wants to shoot no guns. Nobody wants bloodshed, right? Because I tell you, that's the only other way we're going to have revolution. Either bloodshed or economic. I say let's go the safe route first.
Yeah, I think everybody I've talked to today has said something similar. You know, there's only two ways we can get this shit done. You know, there's going to be bloodshed, or there's just going to be mass protests and making things happen with our own actions. Everybody's got to change. Am I right?
I tell you something else. You know what's even more extreme? I say what everybody should do is go to the banks. Everybody take their money out the bank, and then take that money and throw it on the steps of the bank and say, you know what, guess what? We don't need your money no more. Hey, we're gonna work it out amongst ourselves.
I'll tell you what, I'll do that. They can have both. They can have both of my dollars. They can have George #1 and George number 2. I can put it on the fucking ground.
Let's say here, listen, we'll work it out amongst ourselves. All right, we gotta go.
Thanks a lot, man. Good speaking to you.